Hey y'all, welcome to SoulsReaper Healing. Doing a Freedom Friday, and the song that I heard this morning, it was actually when I was waking up this morning, it was in my head. It's by Steve Perry. It's called Only the Young, and I saved it on playlist, and you can go listen to it if you'd like to. But it's called Only the Young. And the question that was in my head today, well, actually the word that I heard was creation. So I asked, what is the collective creating at this time? What are we working on, working towards? And the scripture I got was Luke 4:7. And that's when Jesus is tested in the wilderness. Most of you who have been raised, in situations or homes where you've had some understanding of the Bible. It talks about where he's tempted for 40 days and 40 nights. And he didn't eat or anything like that, but the actual 4:7, the 7th verse, says, "If you worship me, it will all be yours." So, he's being tested, and then with creation, because that was the word I got for today, there's a lot of change going on in the collective energies. I'll show you each card that came out and go over them and kind of discuss kind of what we're really going into right now. And the energy is there's a lot of change going on within ourselves, within our own personal lives. We are making changes. The cards that we got from this one's the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. The first one we got was number 36, Prosperity, which equals a 9. I really like the colors on that. It just looks like endless possibilities to me with all the colors of the rainbow of creation. The next card that we got was Grand Cross Provoker, and it's 74, which equals an 11. Hopefully you guys can see that. That one is from the Black Moon Astrology. The third card, Keeping Up, Immense Effort and Advance. It's the number 40. That's from the Alice in Wonderland Oracle. And the one on the bottom is from the Raven's Wand, Winter's Throne. I don't know where you guys are, all of you, located at right now. And we've got some snow coming in where I'm at. And it's very beautiful outside. It just looks very pristine, and like everything's being cleansed right now and washed away. On the bottom of the Black Moon Astrology deck, we have Pluto Transformation, which is an 11. It's the second 11 that we got. The bottom of the Raven's Wand is Sanctuary, which which is what we've all been working on creating for ourselves. We've probably established it. I know my own life, I've established a sanctuary in my home, a place of refuge, a place to reflect. Bottom of the sacred geometry is a 43 transition, which is a 7. These are a little harder to see because of the glare. And the bottom of Alice in Wonderland is a 14 clock time. Time, pressure, in a rush equals a 5. 5s are change. So, with the song that I got, Only the Young, and the changes that's going on, we're in a space right now to where we're more accepting of the changes that's going on. We're allowing the change. We're flowing more easily with the energies that's going on. We're at a place where we know we're established with what we need to work on, where we are at this point. With this provoker, sorry, let me go back up here. With prosperity, this, I think, you know, from my own personal experience, but I'm sure many others that are in the collective that I'm in, we're all working towards prosperity right now. And with that Only the Young song, it kind of gives me the heart of a child. You know, with the heart of a child, we're in creation. We are creating new things, new beliefs, new patterns, things that serve our highest good, and we're releasing the old. We've been doing a lot of releasing these past couple of years. I know myself personally, I'm doing a lot of releasing and reprogramming my, you know, because our brain is kind of like a, if you can look at it like it's a computer, we're reprogramming and we're setting new intentions. We're changing the way we look at things. We have our own particular beliefs. We're not running on other people's beliefs. We're creating our own, and that's kind of why I got the creation. We're in the state of creation right now. And with this provoker, which equals an 11, we've probably all kind of felt this a push, but it wasn't like an intense push, really. It was more like that inspiration, that heart, you know, heart of a child, feeling curious and wanting to learn new things and wanting to create new things to help others, to, you know, for ourselves as well, because whatever we change and create in ourselves, we project that outwards, and that helps us to create harmony with others, because what we give out is what we get back. And with this transformation being on the bottom of the deck, we're all going through this transformation process, seeing the grander picture in things, putting in, you know, with this keeping up immense effort in advance, we're putting in that effort. You know, we're taking action. We're doing things that we need to do because we know it's time. It's time to step in to our inner child. Because, you know, personally, I've been working on my inner child for a while, and getting to the space of harmony and peace, and getting excited about new things, and new creations and new possibilities. You know, and I said this in one of my other videos, someone's probably told you this in your lifetime. You can be anything you want to be. And honestly, you can. We all can. We can be anything we want to be. We just have to believe it. You have to have the belief within yourself. And when you have that belief that you can create anything you want in your own universe, you can create, you know, and become the things that you wanted to be. You know, even, you know, as a child, look back. What did you want to be when you were little? You know, what were those childlike dreams and wonder that you wanted to be before we got into a pattern of belief from others outside of ourselves? When we were in that creative, childlike state, what did you want to be? And that's kind of a thought for today, since the word I got was creation. What do you want to create? And we're all in a state right now to where we are working on creating, you know, prosperous things in our life, things that give us joy and peace. And with the scripture that I got, Luke 4:7, we're always going through things that test us. Always tested. But now we're more of in a state of seeing those tests. Being able to spot those lessons right off the bat and be like, okay, I see you. I see you. You don't think I see you, but I do. You know, I may be in the heart of a child, but that doesn't mean that I'm naive. It doesn't mean that I'm not smart enough to see these things. We are in a state right now to where creating our own, in a sense, our own little universes. We are creating love and joy and peace and harmony within ourselves, and in turn we project that energy outwards, and that's where we are right now. And we really need that. We really need that. And I know myself personally, there's been a lot of shifts going on lately, especially with the Leo. It's kind of like initiation with the Leo, the fire, and then going into Pisces. Pisces is very dreamy. So obviously we have to be mindful, because there are people, places, or things that are going to tempt us, because it's kind of like sometimes it can be an illusion. But I know we're in a space to where we can see truth from the illusion. So I'm going to read these cards out of the book and see what other messages there may be there for us. But honestly, I feel like this is where the collective that resonates with me is at right now. We're in our childlike state. We're in a creative mode right now. Being excited about new things, you know, just as if we were kids, you know, we were little, and having that childlike wonder, not being afraid to be ourselves, not being afraid to stand out and be different. We're not afraid of those things anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and read this one first, the number 36, prosperity. find my book for that one. And I know that's what we're all working towards right now, is having that sense of prosperity within ourselves. It says on the card, the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. So it says, the new energy is asking us to revisit and redefine how we want to perceive many human concepts to help us recreate a reality that reflects a new and more expanded consciousness. The way in which we perceive and experience our state of prosperity is important to the creation of our new reality. Yeah, see? That's what I was just talking about. You know, we are making our own beliefs. We are stepping back into that childlike state and having that childlike wonder and knowing that we can be anything that we want to be. The word prosperity originates from the Latin word prosperous, which means doing well. But this entails much more than just our financial wellness. The original meaning encompassed the totality of our well-being, including our health and happiness, as well as our success. Sadly, it seems that we have lost this meaning over time. We have grown accustomed to measuring our success and thus our prosperity by the reflection of our bank accounts. The new energy invites us to reconsider our feelings of joy, love, compassion, and connection to self and others. In addition to the fulfillment of our more mundane and physical needs, all are part of our sense of prosperity. In this activation, the abundance of rich, deep, and vibrant colors refers to the abundance of experiences that the universe provides in any given moment. Experiences that resonate with all parts of our being and activate all the energy centers, chakras in our body. The swirling movements indicate the constant change that is at the core of our human experience. Their predominantly green and turquoise colors indicate the importance of letting all these experiences flow through the heart center, where we can connect them with our inner truth before we express them in the external world. So that one really resonates with what I was just talking about. Let's see, I'm going to go with the Grand Cross Provoker. It's the 74, which equals an 11. Let's see. This one also will say what actual card this one represents in the tarot as well. This one is the Nine of Wands. In the regular tarot deck, pressure, discipline, frustration, growth, defensiveness, competition, and victory. The Grand Cross is an area of tension in a chart, thus becoming a great catalyst for movement and change. Yep, that's what we're doing right now. A rare astrological configuration, the Grand Cross, also called the Grand Square, occurs when 4 planets form a perfect cross in the skies. These planets are around 90 degrees from each other, meaning there are 4 planetary squares, 90 degrees apart, and 2 planetary oppositions, 180 degrees apart. Squares in the astrological chart cause tension and restriction. Oppositions as well are seldom. Soft aspects. They come with the pressure to grow and the will to exceed any limitations put in one's path, but the Grand Cross is the most rare and intense of all. In mythology, this alignment represents the 4 directions. The Grand Cross, also called the Cosmic Cross, is symbolic of the 4 seasons, equinoxes, and solstices, as well as the cross-quarter days, indicating a period of time when your life may seem at cross purposes. Usually when a Grand Cross occurs, it indicates a crisis, yet through this calamity will be the painful process of growth and renewal, and eventually a greater foundation for happiness and success. Strangely, it is almost as if the planetary energies are in competition with each other. They may be a rather exasperating time where you feel provoked and frustrated over booby traps that seem to have been set in your way. It's as if everything is working at cross purposes. You feel pulled in many different directions, Such false leads and failed plans may leave you unable to produce concrete achievements. An area to look at when the Grand Cross card comes up is how you communicate. Are you communicating as well as you should? Are you abandoning a worthy project the minute it loses its shine in an effort to capture a larger, glossier prize? But more simply, in your effort to accomplish more, are you juggling balls in the air? Do you notice as you juggle it if you are stuck in the same spot? That not much has been achieved. When this card presents itself in a reading, it suggests there are multiple talents you are able to access, as well as numerous paths you can take. Focus and organization are key. Until this matter phases out, expect resistance, since opposition is the main energy field of the Grand Cross. Once on track, the momentum toward the attainment of what you desire will be impossible to stop. It mainly has to do with the shifting of energy and switching into gear. In regards to relationships or love, they will have a faded quality. You will not want to let go of a person no matter how hard it gets. There will be sacrifice and compromise with this relationship, and it will be one where you may want to bump your head against the many walls that seem to fly up out of nowhere. You are being challenged, and if you do not weather it out and see what the future brings, you will likely always regret letting this relationship go. If the question is about business or career, know that it will happen, but it will be hard. You will have to be willing to walk the miles. Diligence will be required. What is positive about the Grand Cross card? You are becoming more realistic and focused. You won't be attracted so much by glitz and glitter, but looking more towards stability and long-lasting success. A good thing to remember is that it's best not to fight the hard lessons at this time. In fact, this is a period where you need to take stock of all that has brought you to this place. It is time to draw upon your own strength. In doing so, you will move from uncertainty into a place of peace and contentment. I like that one. So, being pushed, like I said, to being challenged. Like I said when I got Luke 4:7, that's the temptation. So, we have to be mindful of our communications, and push forward, knowing that we are able to create these wonderful, beautiful things. We just have to be diligent and push forward, not let anything get in our way of what we are striving for at this time. I'm going to read this Alice in Wonderland, keeping up immense effort and advance. That one goes along with that one as well. The lessons of your life are taking place at a fast rate, far too swiftly for you to process them. It seems you are only just keeping up with all the changes coming to you. You must work very hard to make any discernible progress for now. You've been trying and trying to get ahead, and yet you always seem to be in the very same place. This can be in almost any aspect of your life: finances, relationships, career, or success. At this point in time, the answer is to work even harder. You will not have to do this much work with this much effort perhaps ever again, but the only way out of your current situation is to accelerate, get intense, and push for the breakthrough that is just ahead of you. You will need to devote more time than you would wish, and sacrifices will need to be made. However, if you do this, you will push through the resistance and explode into the next stage of your life. Put all your effort into surging ahead and watch as you begin to move, in the tiniest of ways, ahead of where you've been. Once you take that lead, stay focused on where you are going, and you will begin to leave the place you find yourself in now. When you push through, others will recognize the incredible dedication you have to your own life. This will inspire them to push forward with their own dreams too. One thing is for sure: the intensity of your approach brooks no resistance. Your movement and energy will drive away all stagnation. Now go. So, I don't know if you guys have been through that state of stagnation. I know I did. It just seemed like everything was at a standstill, and that kind of started when everything started with COVID, and then the stuff that, you know, just the year after, you know, kind of in a recovery phase. But it was all a process of us getting closer to ourselves, you know, releasing the old, and creating new. You know, right now, all of that we thought was stagnation was truly for our own growth and for us, you know, as a collective, to start getting into more of a childlike state and going after those dreams, accepting the things that we've let go of and the things that we couldn't change, that, you know, things outside of ourselves, and moving into a new state of creation to where we are making our own beliefs. We are creating all kinds of wonderful things. And it, in turn, you know, we're bringing peace and harmony and joy into our own lives by not being afraid. Letting go of the old belief, you know, and the old patterns of fear and things like that. Because ultimately, all of those are either a belief or a pattern. If we just want to lump it all into one little small ball, it's either a belief or a pattern. And most of us are at this state now to where we understand that. And we can look at those things as lessons, not as bad decisions or anything like that. We look at them as lessons, and we've been able to let those go and release them. So the last one we have is Winter's Throne by the Raven's Wand. I'm going to read that one. Winter's Throne. It's kind of cool. That one came out just because it's snowing outside. It's the big fluffy snow. Winter's Throne. Before returning as Black Wand, Sunday Flowers was Solstice Queen, a high-ranking ambassador for magic. Understanding that she represented a living figurehead for witchcraft, she wielded splendor and majesty and conducted herself with total dedication. Although proud and even a little arrogant, she accepted that she was merely magic's servant. It takes a strong will to bask in glory and know that it isn't yours personally. Ego tempts us to believe credit should always belong to us, when in truth, satisfaction in a job well done is reward enough. So, releasing the ego. You know, finally getting to a healed space to where we're letting go of living in ego, being in that state of mind. And we are creating new beginnings, creating new beliefs, new patterns, changing things around in our own lives, releasing things that no longer serve us, that no longer add value to who we are. But this is what I have for you guys today. And keep going, guys. I know personally I've been in this creative state for the past couple weeks. Of just, you know, all of these wonderful things coming to mind about what I want to create and what I want to be. So, if you guys get a chance, check out that the song I posted for this morning. I'll link it when I post this video. I'll link it so that way you can just click on it from the screen. But anyways, guys, have a beautiful day. Get busy. We're in a great state right now to where we are pushing forward, and we're not letting anyone or anything get in our way. We are going to push forward. We are strong. We are warriors. We have been through many trials and tribulations in this life, and there is nothing stopping us at this point. So, congratulations, guys. I think we're all in a great state right now. We're just enjoying life, being joyful, creating new things, being in that childlike state. Just be mindful. We always are tested, guys, so there will be, always be tests. But I know we're in a state right now to where we can handle these. We got this, we got this, guys. No worries. So you guys have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon.